In recent interview with Chude Jideonwo, Nigerian actress Kate Henshaw said, "My mom left. I became a mother to my siblings at early age, and that made me strong."
My mom, she's my inspiration. She is so strong. I mean, my dad left her, and then she kind of just left. She left us there. Say, well, you will stay with your father. Let me you sort yourself out. And I became like the mother for my siblings. So I've had to be strong, And despite everything that life has thrown at me, I know that God is with me.
I know that when you heard this, the first thing that came to mind was, "Oh, wow. Oh, no wonder she's strong." Hey, yeah. Am I right? If yes, say yes. And if no, say no in the comment section. And don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. And please subscribe if you haven't done so. To be honest with you, it's a powerful statement. It's a statement many of us can relate to, especially with the fact that today we can say that KateHenshaw is very successful.
I'm okay. I can be quiet. Go and sit in some other country, cross my legs, sip tea by the balcony. But I choose not to.
Yeah.
Because this country is the only country we have. I have only green passport.
But again, come to think of it, should any child really have to become that strong at early age? Is it really sweet experience for her and for others who may have gone through same?
These kids are parentified kids that basically provide for their family.
The truth is, whether you like it or not, Kate Henshaw must have gone through her own struggles in childhood and adulthood that we may not know because people will not tell you their struggles if you're not close to them. Remember, it's only what they want you to know about them that they will share. So for me, I would say what Kate Henshaw went through as a child was pure parentification. Funny enough, many of us were parentified without even realizing. Many firstborn, especially, were forced to step into adult shoes far too soon. To be honest with you, this came in different forms. For some, it was a case of, say, a child in a family of seven where the mom or both parents are just very busy with either selling in the markets from dawn till dark or just busy chasing their career. Their child automatically, ready or not, start being responsible for dating the younger siblings. He start cooking and fetching water before school. He acts as a mediator between her father, mother, and siblings. He or she carries the emotional frustrations and worries. The day market is sweet, this child in particular is fine. But the day the market doesn't go well, this child in particular will suffer it because all the frustration will be on her. Funny enough, that's when you hear them call her small mommy at home without anyone to ask if she's really coping. How many of you were called small mommy? If you were, please put it in the comment section. Also, it's a case where, say, a 12 years old child called maybe Ada will sit very quietly beside her mom every night. Ada will listen to her mom's cry about her failed marriage. You know what children are like? When you're happy, they are happy. And when you're sad, they automatically become sad. So for Ada, she will constantly say to her mom, "Mom is okay. Mom, everything will be fine. Mommy, don't worry. You'll be okay." Ada will be saying these things. At the same time, she'll be rubbing her mom's back and she'll end up giving her mom advice that are far beyond her age. And that's when you hear her mom call her my little rock without realizing that Ada is just a child that is learning heartbreak through someone else's wounds. Another is, say, a 15 years old blessing. We skip school frequently just to care for her diabetic father, as well as monitoring his sugar level, giving him insulin shots, and calling for emergencies anytime there is crisis. And because of all of this experience, Blessing now knows more about medication dosages than her biological textbooks without even realizing that Blessing being responsible isn't same as being ready. Another is say at 14, Tunde noticed the financial stress in their home. Then he takes it upon himself to assist. Before you know, Tunde start doing odd jobs to support the family. His earnings now pay the electricity bills and the groceries. That's when you hear the mom say, "Well done, my son. I'm proud of you. You are the man of the house now." Even though Tunde never asked to be, and without the mom realizing that children are not built to carry financial burdens, but then they are built to just dream. Or say a 17 years old Kemi who is sent abroad to study, and every day he gets a phone call from his parents reminding him, my son, you must remember the home you're coming from. Don't put your hands in anything evil. Don't bring shame to our family. My son, remember you are the first child. Don't forget your younger ones, okay? Mwam, Inugo, oh, Disike, Ngwano, bye bye. Guys, who can relate with any of this? Or do you know anyone who experienced any of this? Please put them in the comment section. Now let's see what is parentification. Parentification is simply a process of role reversal. It is simply where a child is expected to act as a parent to either one parent, both parents, their siblings, or maybe the whole family. It's an invisible violations of boundaries, invisible trauma that we don't recognize until years later because that's how it works. It's invisible and ongoing ones. So for me, I'll say I think I was parentified at some point in my childhood before God touched my dad and told my mom to stop the business she was doing at that time. I remember that time I was the one who would get my siblings ready for school. I'll prepare breakfast. We'll walk like 15 to 20 minutes every day to school. My younger brother, he would never allow me to hold his hand. I remember my friends, they've told me, make sure you hold your brother's hand. I'll say, oh. And then my brother, call, let me hold your hand. He will not agree. And this thing used to stress the hell out of me. It's either he's at the front of us or he's behind us. He's never walking by our side. My two sisters, I'll hold one here and then the other one. And also, we used to have a major road to cross, like an express. And this boy, like, I used to really get scared because my parents will say, make sure you hold your brother's hand down, make sure you hold Dan's hand. I'll say, okay. And this same Dan, when we get to that, he will never agree. It's when we're getting to us, he will not come. It's that he'll wait for us, or he'll just run to us and or cross, but he will still not let me hold his hand. And I used to really get stressed out because of that. And the most thing that annoys me in this parentification of a thing, from my experience was coming back home, there will usually be still at home, but I'll be the one to be boiling rice or yam or something, or warm the food, or something, I'll be the one to prepare lunch somehow. And the thing used to annoy me when ideally a child is coming from school, food is supposed to be readily available. I used to really get annoyed with that. And another thing that annoys me is preparing dinner. Like I said, there will always be soup, but I'll be the one to prepare like the swallow. No matter how I prepare it, honestly speaking, it doesn't come out nice. I always get into trouble because of that, because there will always be seed. And you see that dinner time is always a nightmare for me. So my parentification, I know it wasn't that long because somehow, like I said, my dad had to make my mom stop her business. But for what Kate went through is what psychologists call instrumental parentification. It's a form of parentification where children take daily household and caregiving duties. And sometimes parentification is not always planned or is not planned because, like I said, life happens and it could happen to anyone and in any way and in any form. And at any time, say for example, a young boy who suddenly lost his father to illness, accident, or something, his mom will unconsciously and constantly cry in front of him. She may or may not say you're the man of the house. Some will say it outrightly, some will not say it, but with the way they behave and everything, some children that will say common sense, it will just dawn on them, or they'll just take it upon themselves to start acting as the man in the house. And before you know it, they'll begin to walk their mom to church. They will occasionally skip school, sometimes just to help their mom run errands. And many times, these children, they suppress their grief to appear strong, while inside they are breaking. Yet, everyone calls them our strong boy.
So there wasn't this spoken pressure of, okay, Justin, now we're expecting you to be the man of the house. But there was this unspoken, my mother is trying to pick up the pieces and figure out what it's like to raise two boys, right? So life changes in the matter of moments. And my brother, I think he was so distraught that he was more stuck. And so I knew that for me, you have to do something. So I remember earlier on, I would try to pay bills and I would try to be the responsible one in the home because I wanted to alleviate any stress that I could feel that my mother felt. And so I realized that at an early age, I was parentified. And so we would go to church. So, it's the South. So we were in church almost every Sunday, and people would just see my mom and her two boys. And I found it important to speak up and say, well, our father is deceased, because I didn't want people to make the assumption that he was a deadbeat, or that he had been incarcerated, or that he left my mother, or, my parents were married and he had a heart attack and passed away, married for 20 years. And so it was really important for me to portray the real image, opposed to being what people would assume is a statistic. And then once I got into my work as a counselor, so fast forward, I found that was the way that I could connect with young people at the time if they had lost a parent, and that was a common ground. But I do recognize that parentified me at an early age. So then as I grew older, I felt this immense responsibility to never be without, because someone was going to always depend on me.
So I'll say, because we all have our own personal struggles that you may not see, it's important that we reparent ourselves. Who knows, perhaps Kate Henshaw have or had already reparented herself. The reason she is who she is today. So parentification is real and is a big issue in our world today. So please watch out for the signs of parentification, the long-term impact and healing, how to get healed from parentification. Because like I said, it is real. If you have enjoyed this video, please like it, share it so others can see it. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. And in my next video, I honestly can't wait to see you there. Bye bye.